Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Down to Earth Gardening and Design, and I'm out here today with the daffodils, which I love. They're a wonderful sign of spring, and this time of year I love making bouquets of daffodils. So I wanted to talk about purchasing, planting, and care of daffodils, just for those of you at home that are interested in growing some daffodils. So actually fall is the time to plant daffodils, anytime from September to November or right up until the soil can't be worked anymore. But I do like to think about purchasing them right now because right now is when you're going to get the best availability. You can purchase these through lots of Dutch bulb catalogs, which are all online. They have a great variety of daffodils, and if you start shopping now and you order them now, they will wait and ship them to you in the fall, which is, like I said, the appropriate time for planting. So purchasing daffodils, what you want to look for is a nice, firm, healthy bulb, and that's really important. And you're looking for a grade 1 bulb. So Dutch bulb catalogs, they will sort their bulbs, and there is the grade 1 bulb, which is a nice, plump, mature bulb, very healthy. It's going to produce nice, large blooms. And then a lesser grade, which is approximately a year younger, and that's considered a landscape grade bulb. And so a lot of times you'll find bulbs on sale at a lot of big box stores, and these are landscape grade bulbs. They're a little tougher to work with because you have to be patient with them. They really put out a smaller flower, just not as nice, really. And budget-wise, they're great. If you can be a little patient, after 2 or 3 years, they will start to fill out. However, I will say that landscape grade bulbs can be great if you're doing a really big mass planting, and you do have a little bit of patience. So for daffodils, I like to look for early, mid, and late flowering varieties. So these here are all mid. This is mid-spring, so these are mid varieties. And what that will do is that will give me a good 2 months of daffodil flowers. So planting daffodils, planting is in the fall, and I like to plant them in groups. So I like to do odd numbers. A typical group would be 5 to 7 bulbs, and this right here is a little bit larger, 15 to 17. So it's just a matter of preference, but I really like the naturalized masses of color. And I also like to plant them and mix them in my perennial gardens with a few other perennials, some shrubs. I have some dwarf trees, just so when these fade, when they're done flowering, you really don't notice them as much. So care of daffodils. So in the spring when the leaves start coming up, there are some things that you can do to help them along. And that is fertilizing them. So when the leaves do start to grow, you can put down a nice bulb fertilizer, or you could use some 5-10-10 granules and water them in. And then also, when they're done flowering, you can remove the spent blooms, but you do want to leave the leaves until they yellow and fade. And the reason why you want to do that is because they're really taking up nutrients to flower next year. So you want to leave them alone. They're not going to look great, but like I said, if you mix them in your perennial garden, you're not going to notice them as much. You're going to be focusing on something that's flowering next, hopefully. And so once they're yellow and they're faded, then you would just snip them off, or a lot of times you can just tear them off. So I think that's it for our daffodil segment. These are great perennial flowers to make bouquets with, or naturalize your yard, and they're also deer and rodent resistant, so that's really nice. So thank you for joining me today. This video was actually a recommendation from Cousin Libby, so Cousin Libby, I want to say thank you. And for anyone else that has suggestions on other gardening tips or videos you might like to see, please leave us a comment below. And if you enjoyed our video, please like it or subscribe to our channel for some upcoming tips. Thank you.